These three simple changes made my life 10 times more productive. It's very simple actually. The first change is to wake up at 4:30 every single day and you exercise, meditate, read your book all in 1 hour, and then you get back to work and you work for 18 hours per day. You thought I was going to say that, didn't you? you really thought I'm going to say this, the whole wake up in the morning, wake up early in the morning and do the hustle. But no. Waking up in the morning can be okay if you're someone who gets enough sleep. So my first point is make sure you get adequate amount of sleep. Now what happens when you're sleep deprived is you're tired and a little lethargic. Your entire day you roam around like you're a zombie. But then when you get good amount of sleep, by good I mean 7 to 8.5 hours every night, you are generally very energetic. You can do your tasks well and you can concentrate better, you can focus better. So what happens is, suppose a task takes 2 hours when you're tired to do it, but then when you're not tired, when you're actually active, you could do it from 45 minutes to 1 hour. And I've done this experiment with myself where I would track my activities after a day of good sleep, good rest, and then I would track my activities the next day after a night where I did not get adequate amount of sleep and I was sleep deprived. And the difference was night and day. Oh my goodness, I was shocked, because not just did I feel better with a good amount of sleep, but I also wanted to do more and my creative juices were flowing. After a night of good sleep, my responsibilities the next day did not feel like a chore. It almost felt natural to me. It almost felt like I was excited to do it. And when you're excited and not tired to do a task, you do it fast, you're more focused in it, and you feel like you're acing this. You feel like you're winning at life when you're active and when you feel good about yourself. Now let's compare the same thing to what happens when you don't have good sleep. On the night I did not have a good sleep, I was first of all tired to wake up, and after waking up tired, the entire day I was either irritated, I was just frustrated. Small things would frustrate me because my brain just wanted to sleep and shut off. But then I was giving it more tasks without giving any rest. It's like you not charging your devices, not charging your phone and expecting it to still work amazingly, which is not gonna happen, which is impossible. So your body is also a mechanism. It works because you rest properly, you eat well, and then you have the energy to do your tasks and live a good life, live a good, happy, energetic life. But then when you deprive yourself of basic things like good sleep, good amount of sleep, you're gonna suffer. Apart from being irritated and agitated and frustrated, I was also not getting any things done, and I wasn't having the joy of living, which is very soul sucky if you're not happy throughout the day. And when you're not getting work done, that irritates you even more. You feel like you're wasting your time or you're not good enough, and all these happens because your brain didn't get a little extra amount of sleep, and it creates so much problems for you. My second point, I actually wanted to keep my second point to be planning out well, which is planning your day well in advance and writing down every single small details into it. But then I realized something. I asked myself, how many times have I planned and I have not stuck to it? I would make elaborate plans. I would be very excited to make plans because I would feel like I'm going to change my life and I'm going to change everything by just planning. And I would plan. I love planning. But then the problem was, many times I did not stick to it. I did not stick to the things I had planned. And that's when I realized it wasn't just the planning, it wasn't just the writing and making schedules, but it was the sticking to it part. And what actually makes you stick to it is your commitment and your discipline. So that's my second point, is to be a little more disciplined towards your plans and to make your plan a time-bound plan and to actually stick to it. And also I felt like I was disrespecting myself each time I did not stick to my plan. I felt like I was disappointing that side of me who was so excited to, change your life, make everything better and just live a good life. And I felt like I was disappointing her and I was disrespecting myself in this process. So that's when I told myself, you know what, I am gonna cultivate the discipline to actually stick to the points and the plan I've made, because I'm a very good planner and I have very good plans for me and my future. And when I fail a lot of times to actually follow through my plans, I feel like I'm pushing away my goals even further. My goals are attainable. All of our goals are absolutely attainable. But we are the ones that stand in between us and our goals. It's our laziness, our lack of discipline, our lack of commitment. So I told myself, if I'm gonna make a plan, I'm gonna stick to it. And I'm gonna have the discipline to stick to it. And I'm gonna hold myself accountable. So holding yourself accountable and having the discipline to actually get up and do things is going to change your life. And it's going to make you so much more productive, because a lot of time when I'm not following through my plans, I become sad. I get really sad because I would have asked myself to do a certain task, and when the task is not accomplished, I feel like I failed. I feel like I'm not enough. And that feeling it kills me a lot, because I don't like feeling like a not winner. I don't feel like feeling like a loser. That's the word. So over the time, I've really cultivated the habit of being disciplined. It feels like a small change, but then it can be a little hard in the beginning. But once you start seeing the results, it is addictive. Once you start seeing how you can get so many things done so fast, and how much time you save, and how much happy you are once you've accomplished all your tasks and you feel like a winner. I have a very small task for you. So in order for you to test if this discipline thing actually works, what you're going to do is take a very, very small task. For example, you want to drink a glass of water as soon as you woke up, but then you couldn't do it, or you keep forgetting about it. So what I want you to do is take a habit tracker. By habit tracker, I mean take a pen, a paper, and write down 30 days. And each day you're going to wake up and you're going to remember. You put the habit tracker anywhere where you can see it often, like your bathroom door or like your kitchen door, where you go often, and that way you can see it. So every day I want you to stick to it, have the discipline to stick to it, and drink one glass of water. And then once you drink your glass of water, you put a tick mark. Do this for 30 days and see how you feel. And on the 30th day, I want you to write a review telling how it actually felt, and what are the differences you saw, what are the changes you saw in your body, and how did it feel to actually stick to your plans and feel like a winner. The third change I made is very, very important, and the third change is the reason that I was able to be more disciplined. So let me explain. I was evaluating my life, and I was seeing, why am I not being focused? Why am I not able to get things done? And why am I not able to do deep work? And that's when it hit me. It was because I was so distracted. I was so distracted by the notifications in my phone. I was so distracted by the things on my laptop. And that's when I thought, okay, if I'm going to get things done, if I'm going to be more productive, I need to eliminate all my distractions. So that's my third point, which is eliminate all your distractions. Take your laptop, your phone, your iPad, all your electronics, and put them away. Because first of all your buzzing notifications are here to distract you and pull you to your smartphone. And the reason I wasn't able to do deep work was because I was constantly distracted by my notifications and what's happening in the world. I was hit by FOMO. I want to know everything that was happening around the world. I want to scroll, and I was scrolling addictively, and I was like, oh my goodness, this has to stop. And I also went on a social media detox, a social media cleanse, where I just left Instagram for 100 days, and I want to see what happens and how it changes my activities, it changes my life. And I also made a video called I Quit Instagram for 100 days, where I was documenting how it actually impacted my life. And to be honest, eliminating distractions not just helped me deep work, but it also helped me just stay in the present, to focus and stay in the present. And when I'm doing a task, I would tell myself, oh, I'm gonna multitask and I'm gonna be on my phone and do this task. But the truth is, you can't actually multitask. But if you're multitasking, you're not actually accomplishing this one thing you want to do properly. So that's when I was like, okay, we are going cold turkey, and I eliminated all my distractions and I would just get my work done. And how would I do this is I would use the candle method. I would light a candle, and I would say, I would either work until this candle goes off, and I would sit down disciplined, and I would actually work. Or I would keep a work alarm, which is basically, I would set an alarm for like 1.5 hours or like 2 hours, and until that alarm goes off, I need to work. I would move, other than emergencies like going to the restroom or anything, you can't move. So I would move only after the alarm has gone off. And also as a motivation, like I said, I would have a candle or something that makes me sit down and get work done. And if it's a difficult task, I also bribe myself with a reward. It's important to reward yourself after you've done a task well. That way your mind is motivated and it wants to do more. Once you're rewarded and you have a motivation, an end goal to satisfy, you actually start enjoying the work, and it's like you want to attain that reward, so you would work really hard and you would want to complete the task successfully. So those were my 3 points, 3 changes that I made that made my life so productive. Okay, I'm gonna summarize it to you. Number 1 is to get adequate amount of sleep, which is 7.5 hours to 8 hours of sleep every single night. That makes you more happy and positive and more energy. Okay, point number 2 is to not just plan, but to have the discipline to stick to your plan. You are a great planner, I know, but stick to your plan, have the discipline. And point number 3 is to eliminate all distractions. Social media, people, whatever. Whoever is distracting you, eliminate them and practice deep work. Have techniques to make you work, like have an alarm or a candle. And also reward yourself. Reward yourself for the good work done, and that way your brain is motivated and it wants to do more. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon in another video. And until that, subscribe and be happy. Bye.